Kenny, you guys have been very competitive in even some of these games you've lost here recently, but today seemed a little different. Was there anything? I mean, is this a result of just kind of long road trip, being out here, that kind of thing? Is there anything?
There are no excuses. At the end of the day, we got to go out and perform. We got to go out and play with a fight. Really, we got to go out and defend. The elephant in the room is if we allow a team to shoot the ball like that, you're not winning. And if they make 18 threes, you see what happens. You're going to lose by 20 or more. So I can't remember the last time a team made 18 threes in a game. I mean, that's pretty special.
Just with their starting lineup, there were some changes to it today. If you just walk us through, things that led to Zane getting his first start at his college career, and then also, a Trey coming back from his injury, getting his first game back from that starting lineup.
Well, I knew that we had to defend. I thought that, Zan could come in, the same with Hersey, the same with D'Lo, the same with whoever I put in the lineup, and just give me solid minutes defensively. Thought he did a decent job. I say it all the time, if you got a jersey on your back, I'm not afraid to put you in there and let you play. Again, I don't need guys to knock it out the park. I need guys to be solid on the defensive end, make shots hard, talk, communicate, and react to what's going on the court. That's not really hard to do.
How disappointed were you, though, overall, kind of, with not necessarily losing a road game, but just it didn't seem like you guys had the same kind of competitive spirit.
No question about it. I think that sometimes young people feel like I don't have to do things early in the morning, 12 o'clock game. That's no excuse. I feel like when you step between those lines, you have to compete. You got to fight. You got to know who you're playing against. You got to know that this is a war and that the team that you're playing against is pretty good. And they added another player that made them even better. So we don't have the wiggle room that most teams have. We're down, and we got to go out. The only way we can even compete is if we fight. To be in the game, we have to fight.
In the spirit of competitiveness, knowing who you're playing and the addition Wake had, what was the scouting report on DeMar Monsanto coming in, and what did you think of a guy that hadn't played at all this year?
I thought he got his rhythm. I thought once he got his rhythm and confidence, the basket looked like an ocean, and he ran off threes. He's a good player. I watched the last couple of days our game last year, made threes on the stand, so we knew we were facing a very good basketball player that can get it going offensively. But to come back and that be his first game says a lot about his preparation and his work.
As you're trying to, keep building this program, and you see guys like Caleb and Curtis who, talk about, need to have a trial by fire. Do you see them, are there things that they need to do specifically to get into the starting lineup, or, do you see instances where you might just throw them out there just so they can get that experience that they haven't gotten much this season?
Well, they have gotten it. Curtis played right at 21 minutes. Caleb played right at 15 minutes. And I think they are growing as players. I'll say it again, I trust everybody. Curtis has been playing well. Curtis found the rhythm coming off the bench. And I want him to start, but I want him to earn it, and I want him to be comfortable on the basketball court. And so that's what that is. And Caleb is learning. We've had to, by the injuries we had, to play him at the 5 with Brandon. So basically, he's learning and getting on the floor, and he's fighting. I'm not disappointed in those guys in the least bit. I need them to continue to learn and continue to get better, because pretty soon I can no longer say they're freshmen. They're sophomores.
It obviously doesn't get any easier this week coming up in Virginia. How do you keep this game kind of compartmentalized where this doesn't have residual, any kind of lingering effect?
I think we just keep doing what we're doing and do it harder, do it better, do it more with more discipline. We practiced hard a day or so ago, and it was a very energetic practice, but we have to come out and compete in games and know what teams are trying to do. And it's not getting any easier. This is a great conference, and we face Duke next, and we better play well, and we better fight at home and try to put them on their heels.
I just have one more. Defensively, you guys have played and shot the ball well enough to win in these last, 5, 6, 7 games, but defense is where, it comes to breakdown. What are you looking to do to try and shore that up?
I think the mentality that you got to have is you can't allow the mentality to be a you score, I score mentality. So we shoot a high percentage, they shoot a high percentage. Over the course of a game, the best offensive team is going to win. We got to get stops in order to win games. When you look at our best games and the games that we won, the games that we had a real chance to win, we've done decent defensively. We just got to continue to do that and not allow teams to shoot in the high 40s, 50s, 60% against us. That's a problem.